A moment here, getting everything just readjusted here. Nice. All right, welcome everybody. Today we're going to be doing another somatic yoga practice. We're just some somatic movements and some breath work and short centering practice and finding our how do we find some balance, some ease, some calm within this system, right? When we tune up our breathing, when we tune up how we sense and feel our body, then we can start to let go of a lot of the stress and all that negativity that starts to weigh this system down. So, how do we find some of that lightness, some of that ease? It's all in our breathing, and it's all about awareness of how we're holding our body. So, I would invite you, if you're going to be joining this practice with me today, you're going to sit on the edge of your seat. So, sliding to the front edge of your seat. You can do this lying down as well, but if many of us, we sit at work. So what are some ways that we can do to bring some ease to our body while we're stuck sitting at a desk or we're stuck working at this station and we can't get up? What can we do? Well, when we find our edge of our seat here, let's go through three directions of plane of movement of the spine so that we start to unwind some tension forward and back, find the balance here. We'll unwind some tension side to side, find the balance there, and then kind of twist. With each exercise that you do, you kind of want to pause and sense and feel and notice, okay, where am I landing? What do I notice about if I'm leaning left or right or forward and back? Then we find our center here. From there, we'll do a couple practices, change our breathing, and we'll notice the after effect. Okay? So you can do anything to get your space nice and ready, find comfortable clothes, get the right, if you're a little chilly, put a sweatshirt on. If you need to change in any way, please do so, right? And all that really matters is we find comfort when we're doing these practices. So, what we're going to do is you're going to find this comfortable seat. You're going to sit nice and tall. Place your hands just on your hips or on your thighs, resting down, gaze floating up, head floating up. What we're going to do is we're going to arch and flatten through the base of our spine. So, we're going to just learn how to warm up and rock through the body. So from our beginning point here, you're sitting tall in the sit bones and you're going to roll forward. You're going to roll an arch into your back and engage the back of your spine. Just slowly relax this and slow let go, land back in center. Okay? Now try this. Roll to the back of your sit bones and come into like a slouched, slumping seat and sink down. And notice what it feels like to sit like this, to sit in this slumped forward posture. And slowly roll forward, coming up and sitting nice and tall. You notice your middle. Where do you rest in the middle of your sit bones? But try this a few more times. Like try rolling forward again, rolling to the front of the sit bones and arching into your back. Okay. And then relaxing that. So, real slow, relax that, relax, 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 and feel yourself come back to center where you land in that balanced midpoint. Notice what that feels like. And then roll the other way. Kind of sink into that again. Sink down, rolling into it, slumping down. When you land here, notice how this feels. Like what it's like to breathe. Where do your thoughts go? Your sensations? Does it feel kind of depressing or heavy? Breathing's labored. And then float out of this. What is it like to float up? To float up, rolling forward, rest of the body is just kind of carrying that echo and following back. You land back in your center and you notice how you feel here. In the balanced middle, and then rolling forward into the arch, rolling forward into the arch, and feel your back engage. This is a lot like a bow. If you pull the bow string back on a bow, your back goes back like that. Now, when your pelvis comes back to center, the sit bones come back to the middle. Let that bring your spine back and notice how that feels. Notice how it feels to land back in this and like, where's my middle? Is my center? You might notice, whoa, my shoulders feel a little off balance. Or I'm not in the middle at all. I'm more in that slouching space. What feels like your normal and where's the middle? And then how can we start to make this a little more of our like habit, of our pattern? For me, my seat's always spilling a little forward and tilting when I rock forward into this direction, carrying tension into my low back. So you want to feel that tension, you want to feel that engagement, the base of your spine, but you also want to really follow and let go. Watch your muscles relax and come back to your center. Do this a few times. Back and forth, rocking forward and melting back, melting back, melting back. Good. Go back to the end, float back to your center. We're going to land back right here in the middle. And so, where is the middle? Where do you rest when you get to the middle of the sit bones? All right, does my spine float straight up, or do I feel a little off balance? We're going to go into this little tilting balance side to side. So think about think about you're between like two panes of glass and you can't move forward or back, but you can glide side and up to side, rocking side to side. Now you're going to slowly sink into one side. So I'm engaging into my ribs, letting one shoulder float up, my head melt down, and slowly coming back up, slowly coming back up, standing nice and tall or sitting nice and tall. Sinking down to the other side, sink into it, sink into it. Not stretching your other side, but engaging the opposite one. Floating up, sinking down, floating up, floating up, floating up. One more time each direction. This one sinks down again. Float back up to your center. Last time to this side. And floating back up, floating back up, floating back up. Good. Landing back in the middle and observing the felt sense of sitting nice and tall. Is there bracing and holding on to keep you here? Where do you notice that tightness or tension? And what can you begin to let go of, to relax into? Good. We're going to start to move into a twisting side to side. So on your next inhale, turn your head to the right and slow relax. Bring the head back to center. Slow bringing the head back. Inhale left. Exhaling. Return, return, return. Nice and smooth. You inhale and twist. Exhale, return, return, return. Inhale and twist. Exhale, return back to center. Good. Now, when your head comes back to the center this time, Sitting nice and tall and feel supported by your strong spine just floating straight up from your seat. You could revisit going through a little arch and flatten or rocking to the front and back of the sit bones and noticing how that echoes and feels through the spine. Rocking, moving, sinking. Good. Next time, coming back to center, pausing here. Head's going to sit nice and tall on top of the spine. Imagine the spine's like a pole, and your head can sit on top of this pole and swivel. So your nose is going to swivel in this little circle while your spine stays nice and tall. And you're going to imagine and sense and feel this orbiting in the head as it circles around. Feel and follow the head orbiting, but relax, relax, relax your jaw, your ears, your eyes, and feel the orbiting of the top of your head. Change directions. Slowly orbiting, slow and smooth. It's relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your arms, allowing your head to rotate and bringing in this ease and this calm. You're just sitting nice and tall, allowing your nose to draw this little circle, eyes relaxed and heavy. Smooth in and smooth out with your breathing. Change directions to your nose. So allow that to go the opposite directions. If you can change directions, turning the head the other direction. Notice the sensation of what does it feel like to go opposite? Does this feel smoother or clearer, or was it more challenging to go in the second direction? Right? Feel the pathway of your movement. And getting that pathway, right, to become smooth and clear to your awareness. Noticing the shape of your body and softening those points of bracing. Next time your nose lands back in the center, pause here and observe your breathing. Just observe how light, slow, smooth, relaxed the breath is. It's whisper quiet, clear and light. Just breathing, noticing, relaxing into it. Feel your breath. Soften your ribs, your sit bones. Let the spine float tall. Keep the breath light, calm. Good. Now we're going to go into a balloon breathing practice. So I want you to imagine behind the navel center, like an orb or a balloon, something round, just behind the navel. And as you breathe in, you're going to allow this round orb to expand and feel it touch your back, feel it touch your front, feel it touch your sides, and even the pelvic floor. So, all directions top, bottom, left, right, front, center. And slowly allowing the air to leak out. So, no effort to your exhale, you're just allowing the breath to leave. And as you inhale, you're allowing or you're expanding your body, you're filling that orb, that circle, feeling it expand, breathing in a deeper breath, and allowing a sensation of a balloon expanding behind the navel center. And slow as you exhale, passive exhale, just passively letting the breath go. Feel it leaving the body. Everything's melting in. Then you actively inhale. Watch and feel and allow the body to expand in all directions, in and out. Expanding on the inhale, allowing yourself to open. And relaxing on the exhale, letting it go. Expand on the inhale, relax on the exhale. Few more times, breathing real slow and allowing yourself to expand on the inhale and soften and settle on the exhale, real slow. Last time here, full breath in, or just a smooth thread in, filling this balloon. Pausing at the top, and now actively exhale. Just actively squeezing those muscles to push air out and pause at the bottom of your exhale. Slow release. Feel the inhale return and landing at the top again, right? You feel yourself just automatically inflate, and then you're going to actively exhale again, pausing at the bottom, and then letting air return, letting air return, letting air return. You feel your lungs opening up and reaching down as you're allowing breath in, and as you exhale, you're compressing that space, feeling the lift and the release. Slowly breathing in, slowly breathing in. Few more times, actively feeling your exhale and then passively allowing yourself to exhale. Last time, in, out. Pause at the bottom. Now, as you allow the breath to return, you're going to come back to natural breathing, letting yourself breathe a natural in and out breath. Notice what's moving within you as you allow air in and you allow air to leave. So as you inhale, you relax, air comes in. As you exhale, air exits slow. Smooth in, smooth out. Easy does it. Steady, light breathing. Settling in, settling in. Just allowing the body to breathe in and out. See if you can completely relax chest and head, shoulders and ribs. This time you're going to land back in your center. Hands on the knees, sitting nice and tall. We're just going to rock around in a little circle here. So let's move on an inhale, rock forward. And then as you exhale, you go around the side to the back. And inhale as you start to come around the front. Just an easy, steady circle around in as you go forward. Exhale as you go back. In and forward. Exhale and back. Good. One more time this direction. In and forward. Exhale back. Nice and smooth. Rounding out. Let's go the other direction. You come back to center. Take an inhale. Then as you exhale, round back around the other direction. So you can exhale, rounding back. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, rounding back. Inhale, coming forward. Just making this little circle around the base of your seat. Going from one hip to the front of the body to the other hip to the back. Good. Next time you get to the front, gonna pause and come back to center. When you land in center, let's inhale, float the shoulders up. Exhale, shoulders sink down, sink down, sink down. Inhale, float the shoulders up. Exhale, melt down, melt down, melt down. Letting the tension melt out of your shoulders nice and slow. It's a somatic movement here, so not moving quickly. When you float your shoulders up, 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 inhale. As you exhale, relaxing down, down, down. Slow letting go. Feeling the tension leave your shoulders as exhale leaves the body. Another time, inhale up. That lifts the shoulders, lifts, lifts, lifts. Exhale, melting down, 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 down. Take your pause at the end, sitting nice and tall. Feel your shoulders relaxed at your side, the head floating up. Nose balanced, ears balanced, chin, neck. Everything feels level and organized. Relaxing the back, floating you nice and tall. Now we're going to go back into this arch and flatten. And we're going to do so with more engagement and awareness of the breath. So taking an inhale here, inhale, and you arch lightly into your back. Draw the shoulders back. Take a pause. And slow let go, slow let go, slow let go as you exhale, 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 and engage, round, and pause, like you're curling into yourself. Inhale, rise out, rise out, rise out. Exhale, curl in, sink in, slouching in. Just drawing the navel in, drawing the belly in. Inhale, rising out, out, out. Exhale, curling in, in. exhale. Just tuning in to this rocking back and forth, how your body moves and engages with the breath, and sensing and feeling for the sensation. Like, what are your muscles doing? Are they tense? Are they letting go? What do you feel moving within as you connect and release and find that balance? So we make those little contractions, right? We're going through making little contractions and softening. Want to feel that hidden tension just held with deep within our body to let go. So we're waking up our deep core muscles. Good. Now what we're going to do is accelerate this a little bit. So going back and forth. So if you've ever done the breath of fire, that's what this is. We've been kind of practicing our way into that. So if you'd like to join me with this practice now, this is called the breath of fire, and we're going to be rocking back and forth. As you go forward, you inhale, back, exhale. So it's like this pump. You're rolling forward and back on the sit bones. You breathe in and out nice and strong. And we're going to go with that. So just going in, out. All from those core muscles, navel center going in and back. Feeling the whole belly, waist, pelvic floor. Get moving with the breath. Keep going. Let the breath move you forward and back. Good. Keep going in and out. In, out. Five more times. In. Good. Once you come back, take a full inhale in. Reach your arms up. Reach. Slow release, slow release. Pause back in center. Sit nice and tall. When you need to breathe again, bring the breath back. You'll feel this sense of ease and calm. No need to breathe. And effortlessness to meditate. When the breath returns, breathe in light and slow, just allowing that to happen, not forcing it. Breathing smooth and steady. You're noticing the after effect of the practice. When we engage with our breathing, we move our body, and then we sense this moment in between, this moment of stillness, and observe those changes, sensations that you're feeling. And you'll notice the more you sit and work with your breathing, you gain this sensitivity, this awareness of what's going on within, and how you're making these amazing changes to the chemistry, the energy, how your muscles, your body, everything's connected and feeling. All right. Let's do this another time, but we're going to rotate this time. You're going to bring your arms up and rest your hands on your shoulders. You're going to inhale, turn right, exhale, turn left. This exercise is great for your spine. Both these are great for your digestion, but keep the breath flow in the body and move with the breath. So strong in and strong out. Great for back pain and digestion. Just do this practice for 30 seconds. Out, in, out, in, out. Let yourself twist. Let the breath twist you nice and easy. In and out. In, out, in, out. Good. Keep going. Good. Three, two, one. Nice work. Inhale, reach the arms up. Engage and hold. Slow release, coming back to center. Pause and notice the after effect. As you sit nice and tall, what do you feel? Just sitting and noticing the after effect of that engaging breath work. When your breathing needs to return, and feel what that's like. Notice the energy in your heart, your organs, lungs, liver, stomach. Where do you feel sensation? Where do you feel tension? Where do you feel ease? Starting to notice those sensations within. We have them all. Where are we heavy or stuck? Where do you feel clear and calm? Okay, we're going to do another direction here. So we're doing the three directions of the spine. We move through it nice and slow. So now we're moving through it a little energetically with our breathing. You can have your arms relaxed at your side here. And it's like the little pumps going up and down. We're just going to do this here. So you go inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Try to stay nice and tall in your spine. So again, like you're between those two panes of glass. In and out. Going strong in, strong out. Pumping in and out. Good. Keep going, keep going. A few more times. Out, in, out, in, out. Good. Five, four, two, one. Inhale all the way in, all the way in. Exhale, relax down. Hands rest on the thighs. Pausing, noticing. Each round, you might feel like this pause is easier and easier, calmer, calmer. Just breathe and feel. Back. Just gently take some movement around. Maybe going back to that circle again, circling around, going in one direction, nice and smooth. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Good. So doing these movements like this every day, these somatic movements, breath work, mixing them up, finding, the connection to the muscles of our body, the energy within our breathing, and then getting that to sync up. So getting our muscles, our mind, our breath, all to be in this balance, this harmony. A lot of the disruption that goes on within us with our mental health, our physical health, our biological health is just imbalances in our chemistry and our thinking and our moving. We don't create and we don't have the energy that we should. And so why is that? What's happening? And it's a lot of it has to do with how stress is affecting our muscles of our body, with how stress is affecting the breathing and our mental activity. And as we age, every day is going to be full with some kind of stress, some small trauma, some it might have been a big trauma, it could have been a big injury, it could have been a big life happening that really hurt our system. It could have been something very subtle. It could be something that someone said to us when we were a young kid. It doesn't really matter. Something has caused us to be the way that we are today. And how do we start to observe what's imprinting into us right now? What is all the goo and all the gunk that I have written down within my system right now that's affecting me today that doesn't really need to. And so building an ability to sense and feel this amazing machine, this most miraculous and intelligent system, and just getting out of its way, right? Letting go of the nonsense and letting go of the chatter that's affecting me negatively, getting out of the body's way so that it can just heal, right? This body is incredibly intelligent, and we really forget that. Let's not underestimate like how powerful this system is. If you really think about it, your body grew from just two cells. Right? Long ago, in the beginning of your life, right, you were just two cells, and then you became, right, you were born and you were little. So this body grew from something that was very small into something that is much larger now. And that's a serious intelligence within that. And so if we recognize, okay, this body is capable, it is capable of changing everything within it, of growing organs, growing our bones, growing our tissues into an organized structure that functions very, very well. How does this happen, right? We did not do this consciously. It's happening in the background. All the important life saving things, all the important life giving activities like your heart beating, your liver cleansing, your food digesting and processing, getting nutrients out to all your cells, your immune system, nervous system. All this complexity is happening within us. And when you look at it at the finite level, when you look at it like under the microscope of the microscope anatomically, if you look at it like what are the atoms doing in your body, it is incredible at how fast and everything that is going on within. It's so complicated, right? We would never understand for 1 second the millions and billions of things that are going on in every second within you. And so if we just get out of our way, if we just get out of the way, let the body breathe the way it needs to breathe, put away the mental activity that's disrupting the health, our body will really bounce back. It's a tremendously powerful healing machine, and it's designed to be in center. We get off our center, we become imbalanced. These imbalances lead to mental health issues, they lead to physical health issues, they lead to energetic health issues and emotional problems. And so when we start to get out of balance, we got to find ways, pathways of how do I bring myself back? How do I understand what's going on so that I can make a difference and I can make that change? And when we start to learn the tools and the skills to listen, then it becomes kind of an enjoyable process. And learning to connect to yourself is a great awakening. So I encourage you to keep doing these breath practices, to keep doing these somatic exercises, just to start learning a little bit more about what's going on within and how we can create a better balanced inner environment to make our world a little more easier to sit in, right? Because the stress in our environment is never going to go away. We're never going to be able to completely eliminate what's around us, but what's within us is something that we do have some control over. So when we learn how to control this inner environment, or we get a little bit more understanding of how to maintain stability and resiliency and vitality of this amazing machine, then that's where the difference is. That's where we're going to make this big progress in life. If you've really been struggling or if you're trying to come over or get over some health problems or you've had some health issues in your life, you've had injuries that have been nagging, dragging you for a long period of time, there's just never seems to be that edge. And how do I heal? It's finding what your body needs in that unique moment or in this unique time to come back to center. And I guarantee you the answer is within you. I shouldn't say I guarantee. Guarantee is a powerful word, but I know that there's something within you that is going to help make a change. And to change the life experience. Well, with that being said, I thank you for being here with me today. If something resonated with you in this, hit the like button. Keep hanging out with me. Keep watching some of these videos, doing the breath work. It's little bits every day that matters. Just keeping a little bit of work every day, doing a little bit every day. Slowly, those pieces add up. Just chipping away, piece, once at a time. And you'll realize, you know, after some time, you just feel different. You just feel better. It's the side effect. Keep doing the work. You're going to get there. Thank you so much for being here. Have an amazing rest of your day. Peace. Namaste.